Hi, good day everyone. So today we're going to be doing January 2025, number 3. So let's just zoom in. The diagram below shows a regular hexagon. Hexagon means 6-sided shape, right? Whose side is 8 centimeters, right? So each side is 8. Show the angle of PQL. So PQL, that is this angle here. This angle here is 120. Now, the first things first is you need to know that the sum of interior angles is equal to 180 by n minus 2. Right? N being the number of sides. It's a hexagon, so it's a 6-sided shape. So therefore the sum of interior angles would be 180 by 6 minus 2. So which is 180 multiplied by 6 minus 2 is 4. So 180 by 4, 180 multiplied by 4 should be 720. It is. And I'll just go down. It's equal to 720 degrees. Now, we want to know one of the angles. Because all sides are equal, one of the rules is if all sides are equal, that means all angles are equal. So we know that 6 equal angles is 720. We want to find one of the angles. So one angle would be 720 divided by 6, and 720 divided by 6 should give you 120, and that is how you would show that angle PQL is 120 degrees. Right, let's go on to the next question. Zoom in. Right, the vertices of a triangle, the vertices meaning where the 2 or more lines intersect, right? The vertices of W, X, Y, Z touch on PQ, QL, NO, and MN, right? Of the hexagon in part A. Alright, so we have that. ZY and X and WX are parallel to ZY and WX are parallel to LM. So they're telling you that ZY is parallel to this, and then WX is also parallel to this. So all these lines, LM, WX, ZY, and PO, are all parallel to each other. Calculate the angle LWX. So let's see, LWX, so that's this angle here. Now, because these are parallel lines with a transverse line, we know that the internal angles are 180. So that means that this angle here and this angle here should be 180 or supplementary, right? We all know that this is an angle here which is 120. So therefore we can say that LWX, angle LWX plus LWX plus WLM is equal to 180 degrees. Why? Because we have 2 parallel sides and there's a transverse line intersecting them, and we know the internal or interior angles are supplementary, right? So we know that WLM is 120 plus WX LWX is equals to 180. So LWX would be the difference between 180 and 120, which is equals to 60 degrees. So this angle here would be 60 degrees. Right, and there's 2 marks there. Let's look at the next one. So part B, in the following part, show all construction lines where required. The field of a sports club is in the shape of a quadrilateral QSTU. A scale diagram of the field is shown below. A lamp post is to be erected on the field at a point marked L so that floodlights can be installed. Point L should be located in such a way that L lies on a perpendicular bisector of the line UR and angle LST equals to 30. Using a ruler and compass only, locate the point of L. So first off, let's do that first part, which is find the perpendicular bisector of UR. So UR is here, and we need to find the perpendicular bisector. Now, to find the perpendicular bisector, they only told you to use a compass and your ruler, right? You are going to open out your compass at least more than half the line. You're going to draw an arc on top and an arc at the bottom. Alright? On top and an arc at the bottom. Hold on. Right, and you do the same thing for the next side. And where these two intersect, where these two arcs intersect, would be your perpendicular bisector. Right. Now I will erase just to make things a little bit cleaner. Right, let's just erase this entire thing because it's really big. Yeah, and they do want to see these lines because they want to make sure that you have used a compass, right? So you're gonna take your ruler and join a line from here to here. And this will be the perpendicular bisector of UR, right? What is the next part they said? They said, so therefore line L lies somewhere along this line, right? Then they say that an angle LST is equal to 30. So LST, so L is going to be, so we're looking at line S to make a 30 degrees angle. Now to make a 30 degrees angle, because it said LST, so that's angle S is 30, right? Let's make this smaller. Right, we have to make an arc first. And then intersect this first arc here. That is 60 degrees, but do we want 60? No, we want 30 degrees. So then you are going to bisect this angle here, the 60 degrees, because I said it's 30, right? So I'm going to make an arc out on the side here. Just rotate and put an arc here and do the same thing where 60 degrees is at, and make a next arc right here where, so you bisect the 60 degrees to make a 30 degrees. Then you're gonna connect S with this angle here. Alright, so it's going to be here. I'll just zoom in. It's going to be here. Now, you can check it if you want. You could use a protractor. Let's go ahead, use a protractor. Angle LST, or that angle at S should be 30 degrees. So let's just go put it here. Hold on now. Alright, so this is 30 degrees. Oh, yeah, that's correct. This is 30 degrees. So therefore, angle L, or line L, point L I should say, is the line at which this angle that is 30 degrees intersects this perpendicular bisector. Right, which is this location right here. I'm going to mark it off with a red. So this is where L is located. And that is how you would find, using a ruler and compass only, locate the point for L. And that is the end of number 3, 2025. January 2025.